Well, Next to Normal is coming to MusicalFare Theater, and I'm joined now by cast members Penelope and Daryl with what you can expect from the show. Welcome, you two. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, for those who are unfamiliar with the show, tell us what this story is about.
Well, so it's called Next to Normal, and it's running at MusicalFare Theater. And it's about a family that is dealing with this specific tragedy and how they learn to love, open up, or even recognize that that tragedy is a part of them.
Let's talk about the characters that you portray.
I play Natalie in the show, and I'm the daughter of Diana and Dan.
And I play Dan, the father. So the show also deals quite a bit with mental health issues, particularly in the mother character. So my character is the caretaker, the one trying to hold it all together, keep everybody on the right track. And for the most part, the family's just trying to do the best they can amidst a lot of trauma, a lot of tragedy, a lot of heavy stuff. And I do want to say that this was a Pulitzer Prize-winning musical, which is something really special.
Yeah.
The Pulitzer doesn't often go to musicals. A musical wins once every decade or so, so it joins the ranks of things like Rent and Chorus Line and Hamilton.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a really, really good show.
Yeah. What's it like for you navigating, portraying characters with such heavy topics?
Well, I guess for me, I'm coming from someone who I'm playing a 16-year-old, and so she's dealing with these issues by sort of overcorrecting. She's really pushing herself to be academically and musically perfect when what's going on behind the scenes is anything but. So I think how I've approached it as an actor is like thinking about, my own struggles in high school and how I coped with them, and maybe my own mannerisms or how I thought about things. It all goes into my performance for sure.
Yeah. And what about your character?
Yeah, so Dan is dealing with all the crises in his life, as many people do, I think, by trying to sweep it under the rug, try to pretend it's not happening, avoid at all costs. And, a lot of the show is also an exploration of what are the consequences of that, what happens when we don't deal with all the dark stuff. There's a lot of themes about light and dark in the show, and my character tries to avoid the dark, and it comes to kind of get him at the end. I would say. Not too many spoilers. There are a lot of plot twists, and you hear gasps in the audience at certain points because there are certain surprises that we're not going to give away today.
Okay. Well, this is a musical, so tell us about the music of the show. How would you describe it?
It's very, despite what we've already kind of established it as, it's very playful, energetic, lots of passionate performances. And I think the music of Broadway right now, it's hard to pin down as just one thing. And I think this is one of the musicals that opened up a different style of music. It's a rock musical.
Okay.
So, and it also pulls from a lot of different music. Like when we were in rehearsals, we're like, oh, that's a little bit of Sondheim. That's a little bit of this and that.
That's a little bit of Coldplay almost.
Yeah, I know. It pulls from a lot of things. And I think even if you're not familiar with the show itself, an audience member can sit down and be like, oh, this feels familiar, even if they don't know the show.
Yeah, the music is really driving and exciting, and the score, I believe, did win a Tony Award as well.
Amazing.
So,
Okay. Now, this show is not a family-friendly show, correct?
Probably not for the little ones, no.
Yeah.
No.
It deals with
more PG-13.
quite serious issues.
PG-13.
Yeah. But also with a lot of light and humor as well. That's kind of how we survived it as a cast, because we are dealing with such heavy issues. The atmosphere in the rehearsal room and even backstage is really light and buoyant. We really are supportive of each other as our characters struggle through these hard things.
Well, how long is this show running for?
It's running for 4 weeks at MusicalFare. We just finished our first week, so you got 3 more weeks to come see it. Yeah.
Okay, how can people get tickets?
The easiest way is just to visit the website, musicalfare.com. And we run until March 16th, so come check it out.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about this production. Viewers, if you would like tickets or more information on Next to Normal, you can visit musicalfare.com or call the box office number on your screen.